52 million for João Pedro. Some Chelsea fans are just not convinced, but what if I told you that his numbers reveal a multi-role forward built perfectly for Maresca ball that isn't just about goals, but it's about the system fit. Outside of his recent controversy in the training ground with teammate Van Hecke, João Pedro has allowed his football to do the talking yet again this season, building on from an amazing debut season at Brighton. He finds himself in the 97th percentile for assists in the Premier League for forwards, 92nd percentile for expected assisted goals, 88th for progressive passing distances, and 81st for progressive carries. But one of the most incredible stats is that he's in the 99th percentile for penalty kicks made, because since joining Brighton, he's scored a ridiculous 13 out of 14 penalties, with most of these penalties he's scored being won by João Pedro himself. This is not just a striker, this is a 9.5 hybrid who plays between the lines, creates chances, but most importantly, scores them under pressure. Pedro is what us football nerds would call a floating striker. He's comfortable playing as that 9, even deeper as a false 9 or even as a 10. And his game just oozes quality. He is comfortable keeping possession of the ball, but uses it in a very effective and efficient manner. One of the best things about him is that he is one of the hardest players to mark in the league. He constantly looks to create overloads behind midfield lines, drags markers out of position, drags them wide, drags them in behind, and with his movement he creates those overloads out wide and in those central areas. He constantly drags markers out of position. He's constantly goading them to come and interact with him because he is waiting to exploit that space in behind with his devastating pace. With this type of movement, it gives your Cole Palmers, your Maduekes, those types of spaces to cook, because at Chelsea, not everything is only made for a striker, but it's made for the rest of the attack, and we can't forget that. This isn't just another raw project. João Pedro has been cooking at Brighton for the last 2 seasons. He's even captained Brighton at times and has been called a role model by his coach. He's become a Brazil international player, and this is someone who's press resistant, someone who gets fouled a ton, someone who draws defenders into chaos, and someone that makes things happen out from nowhere. But here's the kicker. Chelsea want to sign him in time before the start of the Club World Cup. Why? Because for me, João Pedro brings that Champions League level versatility and quality in a system that is still under construction. Maybe, just maybe, this 52 million ain't panic. Instead, it's planning. Are Chelsea fans in the wrong to doubt him?